halftime here, and always a pleasure to be at the Lamarque Automotive Complex because that means I have a chance to visit with the maestro, my good and great friend, my brother, Ronnie Lamarque. Great to see you. Most important question I have is, how's your wife on this special day?
This is Natasha's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Natasha. Happy birthday to you. And
that'll do it. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. No, Ronnie, obviously these are good times for Lamarque Automotive Complex. You recently opened another entity in Jefferson. Talk about that.
Right. Crescent Ford on Jefferson Highway has been there for like 60, 70 years. And it was an opportunity for Ronnie Michael, my son, to be a dealer quicker. You know, he's a graduate of LSU, and he's married now, and she's getting, his wife, Amanda's getting her master's, and so great to have him. And he decided to come into the business. He didn't have to. He's very versatile. He did a lot of different things. He decided to be in the business. So anyway, it came available, and we wound up with the property. So we own the property, and we rent it to ourselves, and it's a beautiful location. It's in by Elmwood, and where all the commercial vehicles and that are, but we call it Lamarque Crescent City Ford. Not Crescent Ford, Lamarque Crescent City Ford, because we are the Crescent City. It's a great honor to have that, and also Lamarque Ford, and then, of course, Lamarque Lincoln, which is magnificent, and we always have Mercedes-Benz and Mobile. And I'm pretty much all done, Ken. We got about 275 employees. I'm blessed to know most of them by first name. And it's just a blessing with the ever-changing world. And those people know that out there. We don't know what tomorrow is with the electric vehicles and all that. And you name it. We just got through Halloween. Now we're looking at Thanksgiving. So go ahead.
Yeah. So Lamarque Crescent City Ford.
Right.
And Crescent City Sports. I kind of like the symmetry there. Look, with regard to the business, the question I get most often is, do you have enough in stock? Are you getting more vehicles in stock, both new and used?
Right now, because of the chip shortage, and everybody knows, the guys flipping hamburgers know this chip shortage is just totally amazing. What is planned after COVID, because we went through COVID, March 15, 2020, was the world coming to an end? We thought it was. I didn't know what was that. We just opened the LAC, the Lamarque Automotive Complex, in January 20th of 2020, and all of a sudden COVID hits us, and then we go through chip shortages, and we're going through now a so-called recession, depression. That's they. Who are they, ladies and gentlemen? Who are they that's making this happen? Who's making rates go up? Who's making all these shortages and that? How come we can't have people go to work? Which got me, how can we not have more people go to work? Because we keep on expanding, called attrition, where we keep having more people come onto this earth that are babies, that are now growing up. And anyway, all I can tell you is we're here every day. We try to work the system. I don't know who they are, but I know who we are. We are going to do the best we can for the motoring public, and that's you.
Good. I'll order a vehicle today. Now, I've got my vehicles continuously from this dealership. Now, with regard to where everything is right now, I look back at that pandemic, and I saw what you did here at Lamarque Automotive, which is you never laid off one employee. You kept everyone at a time when most people were cutting back.
We expanded. We grew people, and we worked at we was an essential business. We had to meet the motoring public, police cars, EMS vehicles, doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs. We had to do a lot of different things to keep this place going, and we had to sanitize. And it was an unbelievable experience, and I'm sure everybody at home's got that mask still sitting somewhere on that car door or whatever. We're resilient. Was a total resilient time, and now we have high school sports back again where kids are enjoying it, and I enjoyed it so much growing up. In fact, for me to be here today, your partner Lenny asked me that.
That was my next question, but go ahead.
Go ahead, ask it.
No, yeah. What high school sports did to form you as a person in a business world that you operate in today and as a human being?
Well, it gave you the foundation that when it gets tough in the business world, and if you're on the football field in any capacity, whether you started or not, the idea is that you were in an environment where you had to perform. You had to use every bit of energy you had in your body. Back when, I remember the tour days. was amazing. You do it in the morning and you do it in the evening, and you lose like 20 pounds during this period of time. You're raw bone. I mean, you're doing it. We didn't have weights back then, but it was so gutting to me. But when I have a tough day or whatever, I think back, other than the Lord, because I put it all on him now with his wisdom that he gave King Solomon, I have to get the inner strength to take the next step, to take the next step, to take the next step, because I went through it, and it's still implanted in my brain what sports did to me. Also, I played baseball, so I had football and baseball, and I was a pretty good pitcher. I know I was a good pitcher. I mean, I threw a lot of junk. I'm watching the World Series right now, and I cannot believe these guys are trying to swing at a ball this way when it's going that way. I mean, or step up a little bit in the box and catch the curveball before it hits. I mean, little things. So I don't know who their coaching things are, how they teach them, but they sure in the heck don't know the basics. They don't know how to bunt. They don't know how to get a person in scoring position. Situations win game, work the other person's brain. That's what life's all about. It's all about offense, defense. Which way you going to go? You don't want the blue car? I'm going to sell you the brown one. Is that what you want, the brown one? No. Lady came in one day, says, one thing I don't want a green car. Lady was all in green. Beautifully. All in green shoes, everything. Green. You don't want a green car? No, I don't want a green car. You have red hair. You look good in green. No. Well, after a little while, whenever she dropped me, she says, I really like this green car. Yes, ma'am. I think you do, and you look perfect in it. Go ahead.
Christmas, red and green. Pitching coach Ronnie Lamarque, hitting coach Ronnie Lamarque. It's all good. So final thought, Ronnie, with high school sports. Your son played, you played. Right. Obviously, Chalmatian Nation here, Newman Greeny, the whole deal. Okay. I know you love high school sports. That's why you support this, and we're incredibly grateful that you do.
I saw my son, Ronnie Michael Lamarque Jr., he's 6'3" about. I saw him play at Newman, then I saw him go to LSU and play, and everyone at LSU is going to the NFL, they think. I said, son, I am the NFL on a minor scale. I would pray if you'd come to work for me. Through Ronnie Michael, I saw so much happen on the football field, and I was so honored to see him there. I'll look back, ladies and gentlemen, on that time, and in the Holy Bible, we can't look back. It only could be forward. I'd love to have that moment again. There's a lot of people wish they had that moment again. There's a lot of people, the pathway to heaven is narrow, the gate, and wide. If you want to go the other way, we're in the world. You don't have to be of the world. I used to be in the world. I'm not of the world anymore. I'm with my Lord and doing everything I can to do the right thing, Ken. I'm doing everything. And look, I want to keep the commandments of the Lord. I fell. I hit the ground. I'm up, and I know the pathway. I am without excuse. My conscience tells me, love your God with all your heart, body, mind, and your soul, and love your neighbors yourself, and obey my commandments. Amen.
Automotive dealer, hitting coach, preacher, Ronnie Lamarque.
Amen.
Ronnie, always a pleasure. Appreciate the visit. Keep up the great work, and thank you for all that
you do. Tomorrow they got LSU and Alabama playing, right? Okay? Let me tell you something. On paper, LSU has no chance. Alabama's a 21-point favorite. But those kids at LSU don't know that. And they were losing 17-3 against Ole Miss and came back. I'm so proud of them, man. I'm so proud of what's happening with high school sports and the amount of time and energy people put in to train these kids, to work with these kids, to give them a foundation, to keep them off the streets, to keep them safe and sound with an education. You don't have to be, on the left side, because I could have definitely been with Jody and those guys, riding in the car, cigarettes up. I never did smoke, but they had to have cigarettes because they wanted to be tough, but I was already tough. Yeah. So anyway, Ken, we could talk all day about what you bring to the plate for these kids that they can stream, and these people that are home with shut-ins and stuff that can now have a chance to be part of the game that you can now visualize, not just through radio, but through streaming, through television. I compliment you and your entire organization. I mean that, man.
Appreciate it, Ronnie. Thank you. And, of course, we encourage people to check out Lamarque Automotive Complex. I think you won't be disappointed with the choices and with the really good people that are here at this dealership. So it's halftime. Franklinton and Lakeshore coming back with Lenny and Wade in just a moment. But one final word.
Look, we got free water, free coffee, and we got popcorn.
Popcorn. Must be a reason.
Must be a reason.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Thank you.
Enough already. Thank everyone. Back in just a moment with Lenny and Wade here on Crescent City Sports.